Hey guys, welcome back. All right, so um, first off, guys, I know that the screen is still going to be pixelated in kind of a weird way. I've barely put out any videos today because all day I was working behind the scenes to figure out what is going on. So I'm aware that there is a problem, and I think it's all just about sorted out. So hopefully by tomorrow, everything will be back to normal. But thank you for bearing with me for one more day. I'm sorry about the video aspect of it, but the audio should be nice and clear. So thank you guys for your patience while I work out the little buggies. Anyway, as always, this is something where you guys are welcome to enter to win a free read with me just by writing the word compassion in the comment section. I do choose at least one subscriber each week to get a free read. So this is going to be today's topic for the 9th of February. So let's see. We see stand still. That's our first card out. Instead of taking flight and rushing off, there may be a reason that we either want to stand still, or it's like allow something that is on its way into you. Birds are migratory creatures, so that's lots of times things are coming back. If you are trying to force yourself to do something that you don't really feel like doing, this is like, well, maybe just taking a pause and saying, I need to move on from this, or I need to go toward that. But if I just am not feeling like this is the moment to do it, maybe waiting a moment, just an extra beat until you feel 10,000% sure that this is the direction I want to go. Because when we stand still for just a moment, this doesn't mean wait and sit around and do nothing, right? But this is more like if we're having a concern that, should I rush forward with this? Should I jump in and do this thing or do that thing? This is like, well, if you're asking that question, then maybe it's because you're not sure about it. You don't have the right answer yet. Maybe more information is actually going to be revealed to you. But if you pause for just a moment, instead of forcing yourself to rush forward in any particular way, you might give the universe time and space, or someone time and space, to kind of like cross your path, give you information that you would not otherwise have had if you had taken action too swiftly. So there is, I hesitate to say too much about that, because it's like, well, we don't want to just like stand around and be like, well, I'm waiting for a sign, and 5 years pass. Hopefully we're always living life and always, still working toward, success and all those, happy emotions. But this is where we're standing still, because this is not a very happy card. This is a moment where it's like, there's all kinds of stuff that I can't quite see through it all yet. So then why don't we just pause for a minute? What is this about? What is this referring to? Is this about, sometimes we go, oh, I'm done with that ex. I never want to talk to them again. I'm not actually over them, but I'm sure that we're done. And so then we race out and get into some other connection. And it's like, if we had just waited one more moment and really asked ourselves, are we really ready for that? We could save ourselves and someone else a lot of heartbreak. Or, there's more information coming in that changes something. This is where we don't have all the information yet. So we want to just pause for a brief second in this story. And these are only stories, right? We got a 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. We have a Queen of Swords in the upright, and we have the Hanged Man. This is all about waiting until we have all the facts, all the truth. Right now, we do not have all the information. Right now, if we took action in this story, it might be a situation where we take action and we miss out on some of the abundance that we could have. So instead, pause and wait until we have complete, satisfactory, factual answers. Trying to make decisions when we don't have all the answers can really lead us down the wrong direction. And, being too, sometimes it's really, we have to balance our lives between, I need to take action because I'm in charge of my life and I'm responsible for, things changing and good things happening. So I've got to be an active participant in my life. But the other side of it is that if we're too pushy, too bossy, sometimes we can force things. Like, we can't If you're going to make yourself popcorn, you got to wait until the kernels get warm enough to pop open, right? Otherwise, do you really want to eat a handful of just hard corn kernels? No. So there are certain things that we really can't push and race because we need to get all the facts straight. And that is something like truth is still coming in. We also may be shocked to learn that when we have factual information, we may discover that we look at a situation totally differently. So standing still long enough to be patient to either hear somebody out, hear their side of the story, it could completely change the way we feel about things. There's always more to every situation than just what we perceive, than just what we experience, because every human being is having an experience on life on this planet. We have an Ace of Pentacles. So this could be something in regards to something going on in the workplace. This could be like, I'm just about done with this place, I'm going to quit. And it's like, if I'm irritated, I didn't get the review on the day that I was supposed to, so I'm sure they're just not giving me the review because they don't want me to get a raise or something, and so I'm annoyed. Maybe they're actually waiting until they can give you double the amount of the raise. And if you acted too fast and got really ticked off and just walked instead of like, inquiring gently, like, hey, what's going on? I would love to sit down and have a review. Is there any reason that we needed to wait on that? Like, that's cool, but I just want to know like what's going on in the process, or like if we approach it with that idea that, well, I don't understand why they're not doing this. Maybe there's a very good reason. Sometimes there's an amazing reason. Sometimes the universe is about to gift you something much bigger. So standing still while still being an active participant, but also allowing yourself to collect factual information, so it's not just I think this whole storyline says you're going to look at things a lot differently once you have all the facts. And if you don't have all the facts, maybe just take a deep breath and say, is it going to be the end of the world if I just give someone, it's not even giving somebody the benefit of the doubt. It's waiting until you feel like you really understand everything now. Either waiting until someone comes in to really explain something, waiting long enough to where at least you in your heart, mind, soul feel like I have all the information and now I'm content with the choice I'm about to make. Because it looks to me like you're about to actually change your mind on something, and you're actually going to have some huge gift, offer, success, something that this could make you feel amazing. If this is about relationship stuff, this could be you're paused for just one last moment to say, do I really know what went on with this? Do I really have the facts? If I don't, maybe I want to pause long enough to hear somebody out instead of just be like, peace out, I'm blocking you. There's just this moment where it says, wait until you get all the facts, because it could change your mind on something and it could change the total outcome into something amazing. We have a 10 of Wands. This is, getting rid of all the burdens, the fear, guilt, shame, doubt, remorse, all those emotions. We have a Knight of Wands. This is coming in with passion, and this is Page of Pentacles. And it's such a fun card because we have the little fairies, and we have the prism and the rainbow and all the kind of like magic. This could actually turn out to be something so fantastic. Again, we don't have all the information yet, so we have to pause long enough to get the facts. And in this situation, someone is actually giving you facts that would be extremely, they make you look at everything in a completely different way. It makes sense why there's been delays. It makes sense. And you're able to really lay down a ton of burdens. And then it's excitement time. This is delightful. This is a fresh new beginning. If this is about romance, this could be why someone has taken so long. 5 of Wands, because there were a ton of obstacles, maybe a ton of people somebody dealt with, maybe a ton of obstacles that if it's workplace or if it's romance, it's like there have been so many moving parts, and it takes time to orchestrate and organize and get everything lined up just perfectly. And so in this case, it's almost like the universe needed time to like allow everything to settle, allow all the popcorn kernels to really get warm enough to pop, so you don't just get a big old bag of crunchy unpopped popcorn. That's what this looks like. Is there were some significant blockages, but those blockages are being lifted. We have the Fool in the upright. We are now ready to take a leap of faith into this whole new world. There's no more of this like waiting and wondering. We're actually like, it's go time now. And this is a brand new life. This is a new world. So let me put it this way. This does not mean that it's one of those stories where someone is, you're stuck waiting longer and longer, wondering if someone who's ghosted you is ever coming back. And then poof, they do. And like magic, it's like, oh, they've been doing all this wonderful stuff behind the scenes and they're coming in as a hero. And that's not really what this story is. This story is more about, when we pause long enough to really ask ourselves, do we have all the information, factual information? If the answer is no, then we either need to seek it or we need to allow it to come in. Maybe it's a combination of both. Then when we have enough information, we know how to move forward. Then we feel good about our choices. Because remember, this is not about someone else making a choice. This is really what choices our lead character makes in their life. And our lead character says, I want all the facts because I know that could change the way I look at a situation. It could make me feel like now I'm ready for something new. Maybe finding out all the facts really releases us from feeling like one particular person was our end all be all. Maybe it sets us free, because this is setting us free of things. And this is allowing us to have a brand new beginning. This could represent we get all the information finally about why a relationship didn't go smoothly, why they didn't give to us, why they weren't there for us. And when you find out all the information, you go, oh, well, that person would never have shown up for anybody. I don't need to be brokenhearted over this. Shoot, I'm totally set free of this. I got a whole new life. I'm not burdened by this anymore. And you know what? Here comes some foxy, hunky, whoever. And I'm super excited to start a new romance with a brand new person. So this could just as easily, I really want to stress that this is all on our lead character making their decisions in life, but they're doing it with this open-minded concept that I first need to know what the facts are before I leap to a conclusion and take any action, because we're either closing out an old cycle or we actually are going to have a relationship or something blossom. Whatever it is, it's life-changing and it's super positive, and it's after a time period of a lot of stress, a lot of struggles. This is either we've been stressed out over a situation, not having all the facts. Now that we've got them, it totally sets us free, and here comes a new wonderful lover, and we are like, oh my gosh, I'm so much lighter and brighter. I'm so ready to have this new perspective and new, opportunity in love. This can also still be about the workplace. This is, receiving exactly what it is that we needed to be so happy with our career. Maybe you get a new job title. Maybe they promote you like way beyond your wildest dreams, or they don't. And you go, okay, that means I now know for sure that I'm going to be more satisfied somewhere else. So no matter what, we end in huge satisfaction. Interestingly enough, though, as I say all that, we have the Queen of Wands. It's in the reverse. There is this one little piece of ourselves where, again, we want to make sure that we don't get trapped into any other repeat cycles. This feels like, if anything, we might be like hearing the full story on something. And in life, we'll always be faced with situations like this where, we think, okay, I'm frustrated with this. I just want this. I'm just done with this. And then we have to remember, wait, do I have enough information to really make sure that that's the right choice? And be honest with ourselves about that. And that's a tough thing. And so it's like that will always still pop up in life in other areas. But this might just be reflecting on when that happens, because we have the Hierophant next. This is huge level of commitment. This is you being offered, the chance to either run the whole company, be the CEO, or this is somebody who wants to marry you now. Might there be some fears that pop up? Possibly. So this is good to remember that as we step forward into this whole new version of ourselves, a whole new opportunity, whole new life that's all exciting, just know that there could be times where we feel a little wobbly again, because this is a big commitment. Whatever this is, whatever this new life is, it's a big commitment that's being offered to you in this storyline. Whether it's career or whether it's relationship. We've got a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. It seems like we're flanking this huge commitment with worries, with doubts, Okay, but what if it doesn't grow? Okay, but what if someone falls out of love with me? Or what if I don't perform as well as what this company thinks I'm going to? First, I was pissed that they weren't promoting me. Now they've promoted me up so high that I'm stressed out. What if I'm not good enough? What if the company doesn't make all the money? What if I don't make all the money, or I work so many hours, but I don't get paid quite the way I want to, even though it's a huge promotion and the title looks good? There's all these worries flanking this huge level of commitment. What if it's, a relationship and this person comes in when I thought, I'm never talking to them again, and instead they say they want to marry me, but then immediately it's like, oh my God, my fears, my doubts, am I good enough? Yes, you're good enough, right? You're absolutely good enough. But it's interesting how we go from concern that this is no good, this isn't going to work, I'm frustrated, to then totally changing our mind, being super excited, being offered something amazing, and then being filled with some fears and doubts about our worthiness. We have the Magician. We'll get through this. Two of Cups is in the reverse, though. Magician in the upright, Two of Cups in the reverse. I feel as if there's a little bit of like disbelief, like, wow, did I call this in for myself? Because this is exactly what I had hoped for, but this opportunity had been not available to me. I think there's this awareness that you can manifest whatever you wish, including how you feel about yourself and the successes that you can have. Because this, to me, this definitely looks like, with this Two of Cups that's been in the reverse, I feel like this has been soulmates, twin flames, or just a wonderful choice that was not being offered, or we were in separation, and we're realizing that the reason we've come back together is because there is the same magnetic pull that we have to bring choices, good choices toward us, is the same magnetic energy that we use to hold things together. So there's no reason to be fearful that what if I'm not enough? What if somebody doesn't keep choosing me? What if this doesn't work out? It's almost like you're afraid that things are now looking so good, and then what if it falls apart? But that's the time to remember the reason things are so good is because you manifested them that way. And the reason that there was even separation was possibly because you were tuning up that power in yourself, to be able to manifest exactly what you want. But that ability is exactly the glue that will keep this, keep you successful in your career. It'll be the same energy that keeps you beautifully connected to your partner. It's like really believing that, but not letting fears are like kind of the thing that ruins our ability to manifest stuff, is what I see in this storyline. Fear is the big thing, or rushing things, or assuming that we have all the answers when we don't. All those things diminish our ability to manifest what we really desire. And I think this whole storyline is about like giving ourselves a time and a space to do a self-check from time to time. And remember, you're amazing. Remember, you can have the things in life that are valuable and important to you, not just by sitting there thinking them into reality. It's that you also have to take action toward those things, but in a way where you're able to consciously like let go of blockages, energetic blockages that we hold, give ourselves the time and space, and say, just because we manifest doesn't mean it shows up exactly when we want it to. We have to like be willing to receive it when the time is right, and know that we don't have all the answers, but allowing life to kind of reveal itself, and then trusting that we can also enjoy the abundance that comes in, and that it's not just going to slip right through our fingertips because all of a sudden we feel like we don't deserve it. I think that I think it's a really kind of a nice storyline in that context, because it's so supportive and so like soothing is how I view this storyline. But of course, they are just stories. So take whatever makes you smile, leave behind anything that doesn't. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being patient as I work out the kinks on my computer screens and all of that stuff. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully with everything back to normal. Bye.